Football fans, stay with me on this one because what I'm about to share tonight might just shake Manchester United to its core. Don't skip, don't fast forward. Watch until the very end, because the truth of what's unfolding is more dramatic than anything we've seen in years. This isn't just about one result, or one missed chance, or even one individual. This is about a crisis spiraling out of control, a story that grows darker with every new twist. Now, before we get to the breaking update, the one you've been waiting to hear, let's set the stage. Because to understand the shock of what just happened, you need to feel the full weight of the collapse that led to this moment. Manchester United walked into this cup tie knowing they had everything to lose. Against a lower league opponent, most fans expected a professional job, a routine win, and a step closer to silverware. But what they got instead was 90 minutes of growing frustration, a performance dripping with nerves, and a finish that left jaws on the floor. The match itself felt cursed from the very beginning. Passes went astray, chances went begging, and you could sense the unease building in the stands. The underdogs smelled blood, growing bolder with every misplaced United ball. And yet, when the game went to penalties, the assumption was still clear: United would surely find a way. Big players step up in big moments. That's what supporters have always believed. But then came the heartbreak. Mbueumo, trusted with the responsibility, stepped forward. Once, twice, and twice the outcome was the same. The net stayed untouched. The roar of the fans turned into stunned silence, and United's hopes disintegrated before their eyes. 2 penalties gone, 2 lifelines cut, and with them the humiliation sealed. Now here's where things take a turn, because what happened on the pitch was only half the story. The real bombshell came after. Reports began swirling almost immediately that one top figure inside Manchester United, someone whose presence many thought was secure, had made an unexpected exit. No official warning, no long goodbye, just a sudden, sharp departure in the wake of disaster. And this right here is the part that changes everything. Fans were left reeling. Not just from the loss, not just from the penalties, but from the shock of watching the club unravel from the inside. Questions began flooding in. Who pushed for this? Was it a resignation, a sacking, a decision made in anger? Or was this a planned move brought forward because of the humiliation? This is where we're standing now, at the crossroads of confusion and speculation. United's statement, carefully worded yet strangely hollow, only adds to the uncertainty. It acknowledges the departure, it acknowledges the pain of defeat, but it leaves the biggest questions hanging in the air. And those questions are dangerous, because make no mistake, fans are no longer just disappointed. They're furious. They're demanding answers. They're demanding accountability. Social media is ablaze with criticism, with frustration, with outright calls for a full-scale reset. People aren't asking if changes are coming, they're asking how many, how fast, and how deep. And that brings us to the bigger picture. You see, moments like this don't happen in isolation. They're part of a pattern, a history of mismanagement, of wasted opportunities, of leaders who promised transformation but delivered turbulence. Every missed penalty, every shock exit, every painful night like this only strengthens the feeling that United are drifting further and further from where they once belonged. Supporters are beginning to wonder, is this just the first domino? If one figure can leave in such dramatic fashion, who's next? Could this spark a chain reaction that reshapes the very future of the club? We've seen it before in football, one defeat triggering a collapse, one decision leading to another until the entire structure is rebuilt. And let's not forget the rivals circling. While Manchester United stumble, others are rising. City continue their dominance, Arsenal and Liverpool push harder every season. Even the so-called underdogs are refusing to back down. In this climate, one crisis at United doesn't just cost a trophy, it risks years of falling further behind. So where does this leave the club? Well, as it stands tonight, United are facing more uncertainty than ever. The penalty heartbreak was brutal. Yes, but it's the exit behind the scenes that has turned this into a full-blown crisis. For the fans, it's no longer about what happened in one match. It's about whether they can trust the direction of the club at all. And let me leave you with this thought. Sometimes the biggest storms begin not with thunder, but with a single crack in the sky. Tonight's events, the penalties, the humiliation, the sudden departure, might be that crack. The question now is whether Old Trafford can withstand the storm that's surely coming. The crisis, my friends, is only just beginning, and the answers fans are demanding, they may not come anytime soon.